Jonathan is a serious manipulator and he's winning at it, but he doesn't know what is coming for him. When his family will finally find out the truth, they will not believe him anymore. Maybe at that time, he might end up losing his family because nobody will live with a manipulator like him. Your family will see you as a betrayal. I mean, look at what you have made Clara to do, going to Hank's house to slap him, all because of what? She's trying to defend her husband. This is a proof that Clara does not have anything in mind. She's only being friends with Hans because Hans happens to be her ex. She does not have any interior motive. You have made Clara to look stupid in front of Hans and the mother because she acted without even making findings to know if what the mother said about the husband is true. Hans is not that kind of person. But look at what you have made Clara to become. Now she's living in regret. What about the fact that you are making Clara to have issues with the mother up to a point that the mother want to disown Clara? All this that you are doing to your family will later come back to you because karma does not lose its address. Your family will lose interest, they will lose their trust on you, and then you'll be left alone. But the sad thing is that Jonathan has made up his mind to continue to manipulate everything. This is just the beginning. You people haven't seen anything yet. So get ready for a new Jonathan. But he should also know that all that he's doing right now will come back to haunt him. Let's take it one after the other. After what happened on the last episode, Clara's mother had to meet Clara's daughter to discuss the whole thing. According to her, she's disappointed because she knew that Clara's daughter is an outspoken person that is always, saying everything without hiding it. How can you allow your mother to collect money from her ex to start up a business without talking her out of it? But what I don't understand is the fact that this woman is actually having this discussion with this little girl. Is she the one you are supposed to be talking to concerning this issue? She cannot do anything. Clara's daughter cannot tell the mother what to do and what not to do. She is the mom. She can only give her own, advice and let it go. So I don't even think that she is the one you are supposed to be talking to concerning this issue. Don't put a lot of pressure on this little girl. But I'm glad that she told the grandmother, Mom, I'm not the right person. Please don't put me in. I am not the one to tell my mother what to do, which is exactly what we expected her to do. She should know her priorities and put it right. When Jonathan came back to the house, as a manipulator that he is, he came back and was crying. Jonathan faked everything. Like he did all he did just to make sure that his family would sympathize with him and believe him. You can imagine how evil people can behave. Jonathan has turned from being a good man that would do anything, the one who goes out there to labor, doing a day job just to put food on his family's table, to a wicked person that is ready to destroy everything that is bringing happiness to his family. The question is, if your wife eventually sell that restaurant and give back the money to Hans, how are you going to take care of your family? Because Hans is not going to allow you to work for him anymore. So you want to go back to carrying blocks to put food on their table? Is that what you want to do? He came back and the mother-in-law was like, what happened to you? Why are you crying? And the daughter as well, they were concerned. Daddy, what happened? And Jonathan started lying that Hanks slapped him. Hanks refused to give him the position that he promised him. Rather, he's the one doing all the mopping at the office. He's always cleaning the toilet. He makes a tea for Hans. In fact, he went to present Hans with a tea. And somehow the tea fell on the floor and Hans slapped him, called people, they beat him off and threw him outside. These are all lies. That was not exactly what happened. But because he has been able to manipulate everybody, they seem to believe him immediately. Because the mother-in-law, on the other hand, sees what the daughter is doing as something that is bad for allowing the husband to work for her ex. Because the husband has painted it in such a way that it will look like she just want to humiliate her. That was why she connected her to the ex. Jonathan refused because he still want to make it so believable so that the family will support him and continue to be behind him to do this evil. And then while Clara was at the office trying to make deliveries and also getting things to boost up her business, the mother came in and was yelling at the office, yelling at the restaurant in front of her customers. Can you imagine what exactly is going on here? The mom was like, Clara, so you are here, and in fact I want you to close this business now. I want you to close it, return the money. You cannot be humiliating your husband like that. Have you seen what Hans did to your husband? Why Clara was trying to calm the mother down so that she can at least get a glance of what is going on. The mother was like, I am not going to stop. In fact, you need to close this business now. Close it now. Else, I'm going to start scattering everything here. The question is, what has Jonathan given to Clara's mom? I mean, is she just acting up all of these things all because of the way her husband probably, handled her family? Because we don't understand at this point. And Clara was like, Mom, look, I'm not going to close this business today for any reason. I am going to wait until it's my closing time. I'm not going to close this business now. And don't you dare scatter anything here, because if you do, I am going to call the security on you. That is Clara standing up for herself in front of her mom, which is good. And Jonathan got home and was also pretending as if he's angry and all that. The daughter came in with food because she cannot stand the fact that the father was humiliated at the office. I mean, she was the one that also convinced the mom to get this job for the father. And then the father said, I'm okay, don't worry. In fact, don't tell mom about this whole thing because I don't want to bother her. Now, you are still continuing with the manipulations. While the daughter is showing a little sympathy that the father was humiliated at the office, the father is seeing the opportunity as a means of manipulating and, making the daughter to believe him the more. That is crazy. I mean, Jonathan, what you are doing right now will harm you. You better stop now before it's too late. He went on by telling the daughter, I have to take care of my family. I need to take care of you. You are my daughter. And if I stop this work now, I can't be able to do that. So I cannot stop. Please don't even bother your mom, because your mom is already going through a lot. She's doing a lot in this family, and we cannot bother her with something like this. I mean, if I have money, I'll be able to take care of the family and provide for you and your mom. That is exactly what he keeps saying. But Hanks, look at what happens to Hanks. When Hanks, got home, he was bothered. He had said to himself, I think Jonathan really came to my office with a bad and negative intention. Your mom told you, she warned you about this decision, but because of your love for Clara, you decided to do this just to make Clara happy. Now look at what happens to you. Clara came into the house and immediately, without even thinking or asking questions, slapped Hans and asked him, how dare you humiliate my husband like that? How dare you? And Hans was surprised that for the first time, Clara is raising her hands on him without even finding out whether what the husband said concerning Hans is true. But look at how matured and clever Hans' mother acted. She rather called Clara, how are you? How is the family? How is your daughter and husband? Normally, a mother-in-law, in fact, Hans' mother is supposed to react based on the way Clara, just walked into the house and slapped her son in front of her. But she never did, because she knew the relationship, the love that this both had for themselves. In fact, she's so clever, she acted so maturely. At this point, Clara was, calm. I was like, I'm fine and everything is fine. Clara was shocked. I can see how shocked, and at this point she was just like, I know I shouldn't have done this. She was filled with so much regret at this point. And Hans went on, so you came to my house and slapped me because of what your husband said without even listening to my own side of the story. Do you even know if what happens was what I did? I mean, so after all these years that we have been together, you know me. So this is what you think of me. And Clara, at this point, I know that she regretted her action. She should have asked before, acting like this. And you can imagine that Hans went ahead to apologize to Clara to say, okay, I have wronged your husband. I am sorry. Now, what Hans did right now will break Clara. She will definitely find out that Hans is telling the truth. And the mother, after Clara left and was, regretting her actions and everything, that she shouldn't have done this to Hans, because Hans is not a bad person. Just hope that she didn't make a mistake. The mother of Hans started telling him, I told you from the beginning that this move will be a wrong one. You shouldn't do this. I mean, send the husband out of that company. But Hans still insists that if he does that, it will be a bad name to him. What do you mean? Your name is already dragged to the mob because the husband is trying to manipulate to cause problem between you and the wife. You can help Clara actually, but you can also do that from a distance. You must not drag the husband to your company all because you want to help her. No, because the husband will end up ruining you. Clara got home and told the husband, look, I think you need to resign from this office. I need for you to resign because I can't stand you being humiliated at the office like that. You know, Jonathan at this point is actually winning. He's getting the game right. What he's doing right now is actually, him manipulating the entire family and everything. Jonathan was like, no, I am not going to resign. How can you ask me to resign on my first day? I mean, for the first time, I'm getting a job that is paying me the a good amount of money, higher than what I used to earn before, and you want me to resign? I mean, if Hans is actually paying you that much, why are you still going through with your bad intention? Why don't you use the opportunity to make money to at least help your family to stand? And Clara was like, no, I want you to leave that job. Leave the job, please. At least now I can handle things. But Jonathan keep on insisting that he wants to do this for the family. Clara came downstairs, about to leave, to her office, getting ready to go to work. And the mother started again. Clara, where are you going? I have warned you to close that business and return that money. If you leave this house, any woman that disobeys her husband to start up a business when the husband said she shouldn't, is that business is not going to work. Now, immediately Clara responded, if that is a cause, I rebuke it. That is a very good thing to do because at this point, this woman is not even seeing it that Clara is doing everything she can just to, help the family to stand. And then the mother went ahead to say, if you leave this door, I'm going to disown you. What do you mean by that? Clara is only trying to, do everything to support her family. And that is what she's going to do. Not you or Jonathan will stop that business. But we'll get to find out what Clara's next action will be on the next episode. Please like the video if you have not liked the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will bring the next episode as soon as it's available. For now, take care.